On the occasion of World Heart Day, we had an eminent cardiologist, Dr. Bhaskar Shah, who came to us to spread the message of healthy heart right here at RIS International School, Goregaon, Mumbai. Soon after the interactive session, he was kind to talk to us. Let's take a look at the interview. Heart disease is getting vital in youngsters. So what one can say about it?
Heart disease at this juncture is becoming much and more prevalent in younger people than what it used to be in the past. In the past, heart attacks below age of 30 years was a rarity. But nowadays we see that below 30 years about 3% of the patients get heart attack, and below 35 years approximately 10% of the people get attacks, and more so in our country. As you know, India at the moment is labeled as the capital city for heart disease in the world. And essentially in India, we get disease at a younger age, which is very, very highly prevalent, very fast progressing, and often more fatal.
What preventive measures can one take in its daily life routines?
Now, as I was talking of that this disease occurs at younger age, what you need to understand is that coronary arteries which supply blood to the muscle of the heart is blocked because of deposition of fat and cholesterol leading to this problem. And this process of atherosclerosis, which means deposition of fat in the blood vessel, starts at a very young age, even at young as 2 years, and quite frequently that progresses over a period of time. And therefore, it's very easy to understand that if the disease starts early, prevention also needs to start early. In order to understand the preventive measures, we need to understand what all are the risk factors which causes this disease. High blood sugar or diabetes mellitus, high cholesterol level, especially high LDL cholesterol level, or physical inactivity and excessive mental stress, and last but not the least, consumption of tobacco in any form. And therefore, it's easy to understand that if you can control all these risk factors, the disease can be prevented. Let us take one after another. Blood pressure is a silent disease which progresses over a period of time, and the only way to know that you have blood pressure is to record your blood pressure. And therefore, it is imperative that after age of 18 years, every single person should record your blood pressure, and if high, repeatedly recorded. If normal, can be recorded at longer interval of 4 years. But once having diagnosed blood pressure, you need to treat it with less of salt, regular exercise, and if both these measures for some reason do not work, then you will have to resort to medications on a long-term basis. Same is true with diabetes. Again, another silent killer. Only way to know it is get your blood sugar checked, and if found abnormal, treat like high blood pressure with less of sugar, control with good physical exercise, and if those don't work, then maybe resort to medications. And the last and the most important, which I think would involve youngsters much more, is your cholesterol level. Higher the cholesterol, higher the chances of heart problem. The incidence of coronary artery disease is 2 to 3 times higher in patients with high bad cholesterol, what is also known as LDL cholesterol. There is something also known as good cholesterol, what is known as HDL cholesterol or high density lipoprotein. Our goal of therapy is to reduce the level of LDL cholesterol and increase the level of HDL cholesterol. Now you should understand that LDL cholesterol primarily to some extent comes from your diet. Diet which is rich in saturated fat, that is ghee, oil, butter, cheese, cream and cream products, your various junk foods and your non-vegetarian food are to be reduced in quantity in order to reduce your LDL cholesterol. If you have to increase your HDL cholesterol, you need to exercise regularly. And along with that, brisk walk, brisk exercises, nuts and certain fatty fish, they are all known to increase your HDL cholesterol. So the game over here of coronary artery disease we can say the villain is LDL cholesterol, which needs to be tackled very aggressively and brought down, and the hero is HDL cholesterol, which has to be increased. And I have one more message to be given, and that is, if I were to summarize, prevention of heart disease is early diagnosis of blood pressure and management, early diagnosis of diabetes and its management, avoiding mental stress, good physical activity, and avoiding tobacco in all forms. And I am sure if you can reduce the incidence of heart disease by 90%, and mind you, this is the only affordable health care which our country can really take to. Anything once diagnosed, the disease is very costly, and therefore I strongly emphasize the point that prevention is the only modality of treatment which our country can afford, very easy to administer. And I wish all of you who have heard this, pass this message to 10 more people and let the entire community, entire country be aware of these facts.
Thank you so much, sir. So you heard it. Be active, eat healthy, and monitor your health. On this note, this is Vaijyut Krishna Mathur signing off for Ryan TV.